At one end is direct investment. So picture, solar panels on top of the roof or windmills in the parking lot. And some companies have the ability to do that. They have the types of buildings, they have the real estate, they have the capacity, the financial wherewithal to engage in direct investment. The next is what are called power purchase agreements, which is really an arrangement where a company helps get a new project in the ground. They're, as the name would imply, they're agreeing to purchase the power from a project over a long period of time, typically 10 to 20 years. The challenge with power purchase agreements is they're pretty complicated, and you've got to be a very credit-worthy participant. So that's a long-term commitment. There's a lot of, they're expensive, and companies that do not have the balance sheet, so to speak, to make that kind of a long-term commitment are not able to do them. Kind of moving down the scale or through the scale, you've got utility programs. So you can go to your utility and buy, a green tariff. You can buy, a bundled renewable energy product. And then we move to the tracking instruments. So this is where the renewable energy certificates in the U.S., guarantees of origin in Europe, IREC in rest of the world, Tigers, national RECs. This is where all those instruments, those market-based instruments, reside in that bucket. And this is really a great entry point. Yes, even if you have an aspiration, we want to do a PPA or we want to do direct investment, these market-based instruments allow you to get started today. We work with a lot of global multinationals, so they're looking for companies that can, number one, that understand the market, that understand how it works, all the nuance, intricacies, etc. And they want somebody who can bring a company, a partner really, that can bring a global solution. So somebody that's not just taking a slice of the market, but really looking at the whole pie, if you will, and able to tell them what's possible in what part of the world and what are the nuances between various markets, what's credible, what's not. The global renewable energy market doesn't exist without tracking systems. We have to keep score. So at a foundational level, all these products, all these instruments are a way to provide unambiguous ownership of the attributes associated with the generation of renewable electricity. A lot of companies have a dream of, hey, look at my solar array, it's sitting on our roof, I'm generating power. That's just not possible for a number of reasons, financial, physical, maybe the sun doesn't shine. So market-based instruments that where companies are able to credibly acquire those attributes and apply them to their scope 2 or electricity-related emissions are really a great solution for companies that are taking a global view and who have aggressive renewable energy targets. So your companies that have committed to 100% renewable energy, and they want to get there now, not in 10 years or 20 years. It's about action now. For corporates who are interested in buying credible renewable energy globally, whether eventually that's a PPA in China or a PPA in Vietnam or wherever they might have production, it's extremely important that we get these tracking systems up and running. So support for IREC in the new standard, Tigers, which is emerging. Support for these, corporate support for these systems is very important because it sends a signal to the projects that this is something, if you're a renewable energy project, you want to make yourself more attractive to global multinationals, to buyers of your power. You've got to start documenting, you've got to start providing this tracking mechanism to the buyers of your product.